Hey guys, Jay Doran, CEO Culture Matters. I'm standing here with the great and powerful Howard Spencer, Coldwell banker, master closer. And we're talking about being sick. So we just filmed some content of value for Howard and people that he wants to reach out to. And I said, screw it, let's do it. Richard Branson, great book. I'm going to film a video right now about how I was sick it feels like I was sick all of April. Well, for about the last 9 days, I was at home and I had strep throat and I'm taking amoxicillin. I don't know if you ever did that.
My daughter's on it now.
Your daughter's on it now. There you go.
Pneumonia.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Howard Diamond's formed, Howard. Under pressure. You won't have to worry about her. Yeah. So the point is, very slowly, that I'm getting better. Now, obviously, we have a lot of things going on in our life. We're busy people. We're working hard. We don't sleep much. So what did I do? What's the biggest takeaway when you're sick? What can you do to better yourself to get stuff done at the same time resting? Because, isn't it hard to rest sometimes? And you're always go.
I'm the type of person where I can't turn my brain off.
Really?
I'm going all the time.
What are some things you do when you're sick to be productive but rest? Because I know it's tough.
I try to catch up on paperwork because that's, if you can clean up your desk and it's a little more organized, you feel a little bit better. You're trying to make phone calls when you're sick. You don't sound that great on the phone. So, you might follow with emails like, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Or, start putting people on a drip campaign or, sending out letters.
So the point is, when you're sick, keep prospecting, meaning, Howard, the business that you're in, for the audience that may not know, is what?
Real estate.
Real estate. So in the real estate sales business, the first rule is people got to know who you are, and the point is be the cause in your life, not the effect. So in my business, which if you're not sure what it is yet, it's learning stuff and sharing stuff. You can call me motivational, you can call me inspirational, you can call me any of that stuff. I like to go by an inspirational teacher. So if my goal in life is to learn enough of valuable items of data that I can share with others to inspire them to be better, what do I need to do with my time? I need to do 3 things. Read every day, write every day, and speak every day. So now, if I'm sick, I probably shouldn't be talking. So what did I do the last 7 days? I read to the point where I got sick. My back was hurting because I'm laid on my bed for so long. But this is what I read. I read the entire life story of Alexander the Great, which we'll talk about in a second. It's like life-changing. A book, which we're going to do another video. I'm excited to share this with you guys, called The Singularity by Ray Kurzweil. And I read Power versus Force, the Airbnb story, the Goldman Sachs Culture of Success. Yeah, by the way, the average person reads less than 1 book a year, but buys 17 at Barnes & Noble. So they're in business. Now, yeah, that's a whole nother, we'll talk about that in another video. My point is not here is not to be braggadocious with the video, but to share with you that even when you're sick, you can do something to better yourself. Now, when the other books come to me, I'll talk with them. But let's talk about Alexander the Great. I'm laying on my back, I'm reading this book, and this guy, do you know anything about Alexander the Great, Howard?
He was great. He was a great guy.
It's funny, too. He's a funny guy. That's how he gets deals.
No, he was very, he was a powerful guy, and he probably was very disciplined also.
This is a metaphor. You ready? Howard doesn't know anything about Alexander. So this is beautiful because Howard might be you watching this right now. So now, the fact that I could have been what? I could have been laying on my back watching Netflix. Shameless. There was a month where I watched 50 hours of Shameless. 50 hours. As soon as I stopped doing that, I allocated that time to learning. And now what? The fact that I didn't watch Shameless, and that's the point of this video, is productivity. The fact that I didn't watch Shameless over this week, but I read Alexander the Great, right now I'm about to change your life. You ready? Okay. What do you do every day, Howard? You conquer the known world of real estate.
Yeah.
So if you learned that at 12 years old, Alexander the Great's father, Philip II, was smart enough to hire a mentor, Aristotle, who is said to be one of the smartest men who ever lived, who mentored under Plato, who mentored under Socrates. His father, Philip, was smart enough to hire a mentor for Alexander the Great, and that's a huge correlation to why he's so successful. We'll get into that story. Didn't you tell me you had a mentor in real estate?
Yes.
And how much of an impact did he have on you?
a lot, and I still work under him now.
And we know now, Howard didn't know this, but 9 out of 10 agents stopped producing any business in real estate within 18 months. And you've been kicking ass and taking names in 2 years, haven't you?
Yeah.
Huge correlation. So wait, I could have been sick doing nothing. I could have been telling you about the Gallaghers on Shameless and how fun that show is to watch right now. Fiona Gallagher, super hot. I could have told you that. That'll make you laugh, right? Short-term game, but what did you just learn? Philip was smart enough to hire a mentor for his son, Alexander the Great.
Right.
From 12 years
Aristotle,
old,
Socrates,
Aristotle.
Plato.
Whoa.
Well, it's like Gary Vee says, stop watching House of Cards. You do have from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. to work on
your
something
side
else.
hustle to make your passion. So I'm sick. I'm laying in bed. I'm reading about Alexander the Great. Aristotle mentored him from about 12 to 19. He learned how to do battle like no other. He learned how to ride a horse. He learned to the point where when he was about 14 years old, Philip had this horse come in. The name I'm not even going to try to say because it's like so Greek. I'm going to look like a fool already, more of a fool. No one could ride the horse. Alexander the Great was a little boy that had the confidence, because he was competent, to the point from what? Mentorship. He saw that the horse was kicking everybody off, that the horse was afraid because the horse was seeing his shadow on the ground. And that if Alexander, this is just a kid, turned the horse to the point where you couldn't see his shadow, the horse would let him get on him. His father said, there's no way you're going to get on that horse. You think, you little arrogant bastard, what are you going to do if, he goes, what are you going to do if you can't get on the horse and you fall off? What are you going to give up? He said, I'll pay for the horse. And the horse was a lot of money. Like, it would have hurt him. Yeah. Because he was educated by his mentor. He's a bright kid. He turned the horse. He got on it. He rode it around. His father kissed him and said, you're going to conquer more land than I ever. Now, what do they say when you're young? If your parents tell you no too much, what does that do to your confidence?
Yeah.
If they build you up, what does it do?
Builds up your confidence.
So now,
you're more successful.
That story, do you have kids?
Yes.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
Howard's going to be a better father now because I decided not to watch Shameless being sick. And we can keep going on and on. I could give you the whole, from 339 BC to when Alexander the Great died at about 33 years old on his deathbed. They said, Alexander, who's going to take over? Who's going to be the heir to your throne? And he said, the strongest, and died. I could give you the whole thing, but just to make the point of this video, you could sit back, relax, and rest in life, or you can learn every day so you can add value to people and add value to your business, and the choice is yours. So the next time you're sick, the next time you're pissing time off, and you're complaining about your circumstances, watch this video. And I hope that that could be of value to you guys. This is Jay Doran, CEO Culture Matters. Howard Spencer, Master of the Universe, Coldwell Banker. You guys have a great day.